everyone, welcome back to a brand new vlog. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm in my new girl den. I've literally spent the last 72 hours in here straight. I love it so much. It's become like my little sanctuary that I can just shut the door and have some girly time. I absolutely love it so much. This morning has been the first morning that I've like washed my hair, blow dried it, sat at my little dressing table set up to properly get ready. So I'm excited. So I thought we could have a little coffee, get ready together, and I've got a really nice day planned. So obviously I'm gonna bring you along with me, and yeah, I'm really happy this morning. I'm in a really good mood and I'm excited to spend the next few days with you. This is gonna completely expose me for how little I wear makeup, but I still haven't tried the makeup bits that I picked up with you a couple of vlogs ago when I went to Boots. Ignore the coffee that I've already got on my desk. But I want to try this today, the True Match. I know it's an OG. I have owned this before, years ago though, so I can't remember what it's like. So I'm excited to try some new makeup bits. I also got a couple of deliveries yesterday, and one of them, I tried them out this morning, and if you've followed me, if you've watched my videos for a long time, you'll know my like journey with skincare, my journey with acne. My skin actually isn't too happy at the moment for the first time in a long time, so I can't complain, and I know exactly why it is. It's because of my diet. I've been eating so much sugar and extra things that I wouldn't usually have. I'm gonna have to wipe that coffee, that's gross, having that there. But yeah, I always underestimate the impact that my diet has on my skin, because I've always had not like an overly healthy diet. I don't eat loads of fruit and vegetables, and I've had periods in my life before I've had completely clear skin, so I've always sort of had the take that, well, like my diet's never been good and I've had clear skin before, so obviously it can't be my diet. But honestly, now that I eat on the whole a lot of whole unprocessed foods, when I have like a week of like eating off my usual sort of like typical foods, this is what happens. Like, they're not like my old breakouts. My old breakouts used to be really deep cystic hormonal acne, but I'll get like little pimples and flare-ups when I'm eating more processed and sugary stuff. But anyway, that was like a huge tangent. I was going to tell you that I got a delivery from a brand that I absolutely love. Recently, I've not had room in my routine to fit their products in, which is a shame because I do love them so much. Again, if you're following my acne journey, you would have known that I went to a clinic and they recommended the products that they had there in the clinic, so I just stuck to the routine that they put me on. But before that, I was using Medik8 products in my routine, and they are such luxury spa but also medical, sort of clinical, acne safe products, if that makes sense, because I feel like a lot of the time, and I speak for the products that I'm using at the moment, amazing products, like 10 out of 10 would recommend for acne, but they do feel very sort of like medical. There's no sort of luxury to them. They're just very sort of clinical and what you'd kind of be prescribed like by a doctor. There's no like nice smells and stuff like that, and I know that stuff isn't great for your skin, but Medik8, I feel like it's just a bit more luxury. Like the packaging just makes you feel like you're treating yourself to something a bit bougie, if that makes sense. And I was going through my skincare trolley yesterday and I found a couple of the old products that they'd kindly sent me and the products that I'd bought myself. One of my favourites is the Lipid Oil Cleanser. If you haven't got acne, if you haven't got oily skin, I would 100% recommend that cleanser. It's amazing to do like a double cleanse to get your makeup off. So it's like a real luxury product if you fancy something a bit bougie in your skincare makeup removing routine. But they sent me their new product yesterday, and it was so weird because, as I said, when I was going through my skincare trolley, I was thinking, I wonder if I'm still on their PR list, because I hadn't been sent anything in a while, and I was just thinking, I wonder if I'm still on there, because obviously I haven't had a chance to use their products. And then this arrived yesterday. It was the weirdest timing. I've not been sent anything from them for months, so I thought like, oh, maybe like I'm not on the PR list anymore. But they are such beautiful products, and I'm always a bit particular with what I put on my skin, just because of obviously my acne, everything like that. So I had a Google, and this is acne safe for me to use. It's condogenic. I can never say this word. I tried to say it in the last video as well and I couldn't. But it's the Total Moisture Daily Facial Cream. I don't think this is a new product, but what they've brought out that's new is, and I just think this is genius, I feel like so many more brands should be doing this, but it's a refill. So if you've already bought this, you've used all of it, you've got the empty pot, all you need to buy is the little like refill pod, and you can put it in your jar. I'll open here. I haven't actually opened this, so I don't know what it looks like. Yeah, it's like a little coffee pod. And you can just put it in your jar, but what a good idea. But yeah, I tried this out this morning and it's gorgeous. It says that it's suitable for all skin types. Here's a little before and after. If you're after that like glassy, you can see already that sheen, but it says on here, look, before and after, it just gives you that glow, but it's really focusing on your skin barrier, and it's got like, I don't know all the technical terms here, I've just outed myself, but it's smoothing and plumping, moisturising and barrier support, and it says here, improves skin health and boosts the skin barrier by 30% in 1 hour, which I find insane, and it's got loads of prebiotic peptides, so it's just got like loads of good stuff in. It says here that this large like jar, your OG jar that you're going to use the refills in, is £45, and this is massive. I feel like this would last you ages. And then the real refill pod is £40, and it's the exact same amount of product, so you're saving like a £5. If you keep your jar, you can just keep filling it up with the pods. So I love that. I'm going to try and stick with this in my routine. It's an AM and a PM facial cream, and I have to say it feels amazing. It's not greasy, not oily. I usually use like a gel moisturiser, something that's really lightweight because I've got really oily and congested skin, but because of all the really harsh, strong actives that I use in my skincare routine, I use tretinoin, I use acids, I use really harsh things that can really be abrasive to the skin and almost like compromise your skin barrier, make it really flaky and sore. So a really good hydrating, caring moisturiser like this for your skin barrier I think is so important. So I'm going to be using this now. We are going to go on and do some makeup in a minute. I feel like that's such a long tangent. Skincare is like my thing. I feel like you either have, I'd say, handbags and skincare. I feel like with girls it's either like makeup, clothes, shoes, bags, I've already said makeup, skincare, and my thing is skincare. I love it so much. I'd spend so much money on skincare. It's like that one thing that I really love talking about and actually know a little bit about. Makeup, definitely not territory for me. I stick to like my little Boots products and stuff like that, but skincare is like where I thrive. But the other thing that arrived yesterday, in love with these, should I say, I ordered some, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I ordered some trainers from Vinted. I really wanted to get some pink trainers, and I've been kind of looking at like, I've wanted some pink trainers since we went to America, and I didn't find any that I liked, and I've been kind of like umming and ahhing about the gazelles, like the standard gazelles. I just don't think they're for me, but then I saw these and I was like, I need to get those. They were sold out everywhere. I've just realised, bad luck putting those on a table. I'm trying to cover up that coffee stain. But they're the platform gazelles, and look how pretty they are. Not in the original colour that I was going to go for. I was going to go for the whites with the pink stripes, but then I saw these on Vinted. They were in my size, they were out of stock everywhere else, and I just thought it's meant to be, and they arrived and I'm in love with them. But they're like this gorgeous baby pink with the silver stripes and then the little lilac back. But I prefer the platform so much. I don't know if it's because I'm short. I feel like it just adds something. I feel like the normal gazelles are very flat, so these are a bit for me. I think I'm going to wear these to my cousin's hen do. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. It's always worth having a look on Vinted. I don't know if I'd wear like used second-hand shoes. I'm always a bit, I don't know, I've got a bit of a thing about second-hand shoes. But they were in my size, brand new, perfect. So I'm really, really happy with those. So yeah, it was a good little delivery day yesterday. But let's do some makeup anyway. I need to get ready because we're going to head out for the day. This weather is crazy. Like, it is literally so dark outside. It looks about 7 o'clock at night. But we're going to venture out to the shops today because I want to get a few little last, I don't know if I keep going out of focus, that's why I keep like coming up to you like that. I want to get a last a few little bits for this room to finish it off. I just need, you can see here, I've just like put all of my stuff on the top, but I want to get like a, like what I had before. I had like a clear acrylic storage thing, but it wasn't really working for what I used it for. The compartments were tiny. I think they were for like makeup, like lipsticks and stuff, and I was trying to put like hairbrushes and things like that in, so I need something a bit taller that I can put longer things in, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, let's do some makeup. I'm going to try and use this. Let's move you here. If I keep going out of focus, I'm sorry. I feel like it's just picking up all of this stuff that's on my table. Don't know if I've got this in the right shade, to be totally honest with you. When I apply my foundation, I like to, I can find it, where is it? In here. I always like to use a brush before I use a sponge. I treated myself in LA to a little beauty a little beauty blender. I used to use these in my uni days in like 2016. I feel like they were a big thing. Expensive for a sponge, but I feel like you really can tell the difference. I think, oh, here it is right in front of me. I've also had this for years. I think I probably got this around the same time as my OG blenders in like 2015, 2016 when I was going through a bit of a makeup phase. But it's a Dior foundation brush and it needs a wash. But I usually use this to put my foundation on before blending out with a brush. Because I feel like before blending out with a sponge, because I feel like if you go straight in with a sponge, I feel like it just absorbs all the product. So it goes a lot further. I feel like this is too pale, look at that. Oh well, you can blend it in, I'm sure. It does say on here, it's got like, perfectly matches skin. It did say, here it is, skin matching technology. I don't know how that would work. I don't know the science behind that. Like, how would it know what shade your skin is? Who knows? This is feeling a little bit pale, but I feel like it's better to be pale than... I don't know if it is actually. It's actually probably the same colour, I'm just really pale at the moment. It smells nice. But yeah, I just spread it all around with this foundation brush. I also have a Charlotte Tilbury brush that's really good. I think that's called like Hollywood Complexion, this one. And it's got two ends. This one's good for concealer if you're trying to cover up a spot, and then this one I just use instead of this one if I fancy a bit of a change. I don't think that is too pale actually. I think I just am too pale, but I'd always rather it be too pale than too dark, and then you can warm it up with some bronzer. My skin is really not happy at the moment. I'm going to make it like my priority this week to cut out all of the foods that I've been eating that are just not agreeing with me. I made that cheesecake on here, and that's the problem when you bake and there's only 2 of you in the house. It just lasts forever. Like, we've been eating cheesecake all week, but we've finished that now, so that's a good thing. And then it's just little things, like I bought a case of Dr. Pepper. So we've had like Dr. Peppers in the fridge. Sam doesn't drink it, and if it's in the house I just can't help myself. Like, I told myself it would be like, you know, like a weekend treat, like instead of having alcohol, obviously because we don't really drink, it's nice to have something like that in the fridge. But if it's in there I just can't stop myself, and I'll have one every day. So I need to stop doing that. We had a food shop arrive last night. Oh my god, it was so funny. I was in the shower washing my hair and everything, and then I'd completely forgot that we'd ordered a Tesco shop. So I was literally naked, hair up in a towel. Obviously Sam's still got his back injury, so he can't really lift things. So I was like, oh my god, the food shop's coming. So I had to get the food shop in when I had like a towel on my hair, looked mental. The delivery guy was looking at me like, are you okay? My skin is really not happy at the moment. So this hasn't gone on very nicely, to be totally honest with you. But I think it definitely is my skin rather than the product. It feels really dry and flaky at the moment, which is why I'm looking forward to using that moisturiser. I'm hoping that that will sort me out. Oh no, that's awful. Oh well, just keep blending it out. It is a little bit more pale than I'd want as well, but it does match my neck. I think it's just because I'm not tanned at the moment. Then concealer. I have been using this for years. Never used another concealer, to be totally honest with you. This is the one that I first ever bought with like my pocket money when I was 14, when I was first trying out makeup, and it's the Last Imperfections collection concealer. They've brought out new versions, so this one is the hydrating serum concealer, which I quite like. And I'll just put this under my eyes here and here, going up to give you like an instant facelift, make you look a little bit more snatched. And they also do like a blemish conceal one, which I've used throughout the time that I've had acne. I think I've got a bottle of it in here. Yeah, here it is. It's got a pink lid and it's specifically for covering spots. I'll probably use a little bit of this today actually. But it's a bit thicker and it gives you that sort of more of a coverage than this hydrating one. I find that this hydrating one is nice for like under your eyes. I get like a lot of dry skin under my eyes in this bit, like crusty. It goes real crusty when I put some concealer on it, so it's nice to have something that's a bit more lightweight, and I think it's got serum in, so it just like glides on. I try and keep it, when I blend out all these bits, I try and keep it like in the position that I've laid it on, if that makes sense. So this bit, I'll blend upwards like that. And I feel like it really makes a difference. Makes you just look a little bit more awake and snatched. My skin is awful. I feel like this is not a good day to put makeup on. And you know, when you've got dry skin, I don't even think this camera will pick it up. But the foundation's like clinged to all the dry skin that I've got, which doesn't look cute. Right, I'm going to get ready because I feel like this makeup routine is going to be boring, and there's only a few steps left, so I will pick you up again when we're all ready to head out for the day. Okay, we're all ready. I forgot I had this bomber. I think I got this from Zara. I want to say Zara. I feel like I got it in autumn as well. Probably like October time, but I feel like this is quite a nice one for spring as well. So I'll just put this on so I'm nice and warm because I'm so cold. I literally can't get warm, and I feel like the weather at the moment is the most deceiving thing because you'll look outside. I mean, we've had a lot of rain, but you'll look outside, it will be sunny. Step outside, it's like 4 degrees. So be nice and warm in this little jacket. And then I think I'm going to put my little towel with it. These Primark jeans, by the way, I've been living in them. When I first got them and I brought them home, I wasn't sure if I liked them, but I feel like because I've washed them a couple of times, they've come up quite nicely and I really like them. So that's the little OOTD. I just used that spot on my head is really annoying me. I just used the cappuccino. I was going to say espresso. It's called cappuccino. What even is this? Is it Rimmel? Lasting Finish Lip Liner. I think it's Rimmel. It doesn't actually say. But it's a lot darker than I'd usually go for on my lips, but I quite like it. I always used to be like a brown lipstick girl. My best friend at uni used to take the absolute mick out of me, and some of them honestly were god awful. I used to buy, I've actually got one here from NYX, but I used to buy the matte NYX lipsticks, and they would dry so crusty and matte. Like if you didn't keep topping them up, you'd get like crusty lip. What even is it? It's like a gloss, but it was matte. I don't know, it was like thick paint basically, like acrylic paint. And I used to get them so dark brown, like darker than this. Probably like this kind of brown actually, like my eyeliner. And some of the photos, it literally looks like I've got poo on my lips, and that's what this is reminding me of. But it's got like a bit of a red to it, this one. The gloss is the NYX Butter Gloss, which isn't matte. It's like a nice shiny gloss, and it doesn't feel sticky at all. It's like a really nice consistency actually. And this is in the shade Brownie Drip. and it goes quite well with the Rimmel cappuccino liner. Just pack these little bits, and I think that's about it. I'm going to finish some of my coffee before we head out because it's still quite early. I always try to avoid like the school and work rush. I feel like a lot of mums or dads, after doing the school run, like go to the shops straight after, so there's like a bit of a busy surge just after the school run. But usually around this time we're okay. So I'm just going to finish my coffee and then we'll be on our way. The plan of action is, I think we're going to go to TK Maxx first because I feel like they're quite good with like little bits, like little storagey bits and little basket bits, usually for the bathroom, but I'm envisioning that we can pick up some bathroom stuff that I can put on my dressing table. Let me just show you in better detail because I feel like I didn't show you very well earlier. But just like these bits that I use daily that I want on the top, especially like my perfumes and stuff. And I want like a brush for my hair pots for my hairbrushes. Because these drawers, as you can see, are bursting at the seams, so I don't have room for them in there. But I use them every day anyway, so I feel like it makes sense. But I was thinking maybe of getting like a tray and then getting all different like pots to put on top of it, if that makes sense. I don't know. We'll see when we get to the shops. She is actually the cutest thing in this whole world. We change the heating, usually basically in the mornings. Her nap spot is down here on the cold floor because she gets really warm, obviously because of all of her fur. But we changed the heating the other day, and we've both noticed that it's been cooler, like a lot colder in the house because it's really cold outside as well. It's literally raining. It's like 4 degrees, and she's come and snuggled on her little bed. I bet she's freezing. Are you cold? The heating's off, isn't it? But she never sleeps on here in the morning. Are you feeling the cold? Should Mum and Dad put the heating back on? I love you. Precious little girl. Okay, we've just pulled up to one of my favourite retail parks. Not my favourite, but one of my favourite because it's got a big old TK Maxx in it. So TK Maxx, it's got a Next Home over the other side, and also a Matalan Home, which is a bit hit and miss. Sometimes you go in there and there's so many nice bits, and then other times you go in and it's like a jumble sale and it's just like a mix match of random stuff. So I'm not sure if we're going to go over there. We'll see what we find in TK Maxx. But as I said earlier, on the agenda, we're not going to get too sidetracked, but I am going to have a look at the other bits, obviously. My dressing table, that is the main focus for today. And then maybe if I see a nice basket to like hide all of the wires from my hairdryer and my straighteners and stuff like that. But that's on the shopping list. So let's go and see what we can find and have a little TK Maxx mooch. This is what they've got in like the bathroom storage section. These are like the clear ones that I already had, but this one's a bit taller, so it could be good to put like my hairbrushes in. £7.99, which I think is quite good. But I'm thinking of getting like little separate ones rather than having a big one like I had before, just so I can use them for different bits. So I might get a few like mismatchy ones, but I think that'll be good for like my hairbrushes and that. They also have like these little trays, which I was sort of imagining with like some little bits on top of. This one's not quite big enough, so I'm going to have a look in the kitchen section, see if we can get like a big one that I can like put the separate pots on to make it look a bit nicer. I really like this like leathery woven basket. It's reduced actually, it's £12. I think it's a bit pink though. I don't think it would go in our house, but I really like that. I think this is like bathroom storage, but this is the type of thing that I'm imagining putting like all the separate little pots on top of, just to organise it, and then I can put like loose bits like jewellery and stuff in there. But I really like that one. I feel like it will go in our dressing room. I managed to pick up a couple of bits. I think I showed you them when we were in there actually, but I have literally just drove to the other side of the car park. That was lazy behaviour of me, but yeah, I'm just going to go have a look in Matalan Home. As I say, it's a bit hit and miss in here, so I don't know if I'm going to find anything. But I'm happy with my little purchases so far. I feel like they match really well, and it's exactly what I was looking for. And they were quite reasonably priced as well. So yeah, next up is Matalan. I've just found some bits, and I knew I was going to do this. I should have looked around first before buying stuff, but look how perfect this is. It's like a little tiered black storage, and we've already got a lot of black in that room, so I feel like it would make sense. But the only thing is, I don't know if things would be too tall to go under here. I guess I'd have to put the shallower things there. I don't know, because I feel like this won't fit in that tray that I've bought. So I'm not sure about that, but this is really nice if you're looking to do something similar. £7.50, I feel like that's so reasonable. Even in a kitchen, I feel like this would look nice, or a bathroom, but regrets, I probably should have got that instead. They've got really nice like laundry bits. These are all really like real glass. They've got some really nice shapes. They are quite expensive to be fair, but I think that's because they're real glass, but I love this one. So if you're looking to do your utility room up, definitely recommend Matalan Home. They've got loads of bits here. Just pulled up to the next home that I was talking about earlier, that's like on the other side of this retail park. I love a next home. There's something about a next home that makes me feel really like cozy and nostalgic. I don't know what it is. I think probably because my mum used to take me there when I was little. But side note, this lipstick, lip gloss, whatever it's called, lip butter lip or something from NYX that we were talking about earlier, has stayed on this whole morning. Usually I would have applied twice by now, reapplied twice by now, not touched it. And look at it. It's still in exactly the same condition. That's crazy. I think it sticks a lot better than like typical gloss. It's not as slippy and slidey. Like I feel like normally it just all wears off and then your lips are dry again, but this one, 10 out of 10. I might get it in different colours, but yeah, let's go and have a little look around next home and see what's in. I also remember that there's a Bath and Body Works in this next home, which is always a nice little treat. I always forget it's there until we're here, and it's like a really big one, so we can have a little sniff around there as well. This section's a bit colourful for us, to be honest, but look how pretty this is. I love that. It's also summery. Look at this mug as well. Again, a bit too colourful to me, but how pretty is that? It's like a really nice shape. I'm actually loving all of their summer bits. As I keep saying, too colourful for us, but they're so pretty. Look at this little lemon tree. This is the Bath and Body Works. There's so much here. They've got these really cute little anti-backs. Look at them, and look at the flavours that they're in. Sunshine and lemons. How cute are these to put in your handbag? Strawberry pound cake. They're 5 for £15, which I think is quite good. Black cherry Merlot. They're so cute. They're tiny. Oh, I bet that's nice. Fresh rainfall. So many different flavours. They have these like hand soaps in so many different flavours as well. They're like foamy hand soaps, but when we were in America, we were in a shopping mall and we went into a Bath and Body Works, and these were literally like £2, the equivalent of £2. They're obviously a lot more expensive here, but for a little bougie hand soap, I feel like these would be cute little gifts as well. Cozy vanilla almond. But how cute would these be, like either in your kitchen or in your bathroom? Honestly, literally hundreds of flavours. Oh, eucalyptus mint. I don't know if you can order these online. I've never looked, to be honest. Warm vanilla sugar. Oh, yum. I'm so excited to redecorate when we move house. I love this chair. How pretty is that? And this unit as well. I am obsessed with. I'm so excited to like replace our furniture because we've had the same since we moved in. I love this one as well. Just got back and just put the little bits that I bought on the dressing table, and I think they work really well for what I want. This was the thing that we picked up in TK Maxx, the clear acrylic one. I've just used that for my hairbrushes and stuff that I use every day. And then this is obviously the little tray that we picked up. This was in the kitchen section, so I think it was like kitchen storage, but I feel like that just works really well for what I wanted. And I love the little bamboo-y type thing that it's made out of. And then this I picked up from the range. It's like a porcelain little trinket dish. I thought for my jewellery and stuff that would be handy, and any other little bits that I want to hide, like hair clips and stuff like that. It just keeps it nice and neat and tidy. And then I've just like loosely put in the moisturisers that I use every day. Look how annoying that bit string is. Moisturisers, deodorant, perfume. Still got my makeup stuff out, but I feel like that just needs to be there for me to use anyway. If I had more room in here, I'd probably put it in there, but this is like extra spare stuff that I don't use every day. But yeah, I think that looks so much better. This was only £3.99 as well. I thought that was really reasonable. I think all of this stuff came to about £19, which I thought was really good. So yeah, I'm pleased with my little purchases of the day. Hi guys, it is Monday morning. I've not picked the camera up in a few days, so I'm feeling a bit all over the place with this vlog, to be honest. But sometimes when I watch them back and when I edit them back, they're the best ones. And we had a nice little day out at the beginning of this vlog, so I want to keep the footage. So to catch you up, we just had a really chilled weekend. Sam's back is still playing up. We actually ended up going to like an out of hours like sort of A&E type place. It wasn't actually A&E, but it was like a similar sort of thing, because his doctor recommended it, and he's not been able to go to work and stuff like that, so we just thought it was the best decision to go and get it checked. And he's like slipped a disc, so it's quite a serious injury, bless him, but he is getting there. But we just had like a really chilled weekend. I cooked a roast yesterday, I cleaned the house, we did some bits around the house that we wanted to get done, and we had a date night on Saturday, which was really nice. We went out for a Greek meal, which is like one of my favourite cuisines ever. It's Greek food. It's one of my favourites. I love it so much. So that was nice. But yeah, that's a little bit of a catch up today. I've just pulled up to Pilates. So we've got a Pilates class. I don't usually go to this class, but it was all booked up and this is the only one that I could get in. So a little Monday morning's Pilates class, which is quite nice. And we're also sorting out these monstrosities. They have grown out. I think this is probably the most grown out they've ever been. I just haven't got round to getting them done, to be honest. Like, I know it sounds silly, like getting your nails done, but it's like an hour and a half, and I just really haven't had that spare hour and a half recently. So this morning I'm prioritising that, because they've got to that stage, if you get acrylics you'll know what I mean, they like catch and then they feel bruised. Like, I've caught my little finger and it is absolutely throbbing, like it feels like it's been ripped off. So yeah, we're in need of some new nails, and then the rest of the day I'm going to edit this video, get this up. I've got a few work bits obviously that I need to do today as well, and then I head down south this week to go and see my family. I've got my cousin's hen do, and I'm going to spend some time with my family, which will be nice. So yeah, we just need to get ahead of the game with work today. We're on it this morning. I've posted some little quotes on the YouTube community tab. I've been loving that. I don't actually know how the posts come up, because nobody that I'm subscribed to makes them, so I don't know how they like appear in your feed. But I'm just kind of using them in such a random way. I'm kind of like doing like an Instagram style thing, just posting on there whatever I fancy. And I feel like this morning it was just nice to get some quotes up there so that we could all have a nice little productive Monday morning. So yeah, that's the plan of action. I'll show you my nails when I get them done. I think I'm just going to go for the same vibe, but a lot shorter, because they've obviously grown out so much. But yeah, first thing on the list this morning is a Pilates class. I've just got back from getting my nails done. This is what I went for. I went for a little bit shorter and a little bit more round. Same colour though, my classic Bubble Bath by OPI. I feel like I'll just never get another colour now. I just love that so much. I feel like it's so fresh and clean. But I'm just about to have a shower and do my skincare. And I thought we could go over my skincare products for anyone who hasn't seen me do it before. I still get a lot of comments on my TikTok about the products that I use and what I recommend, and my AM and PM routine. So I thought I'd go through my AM routine now, because I haven't done it yet, because usually when I've got Pilates or I'm exercising, a bit of fluff on me, or I'm exercising in the morning, I'll usually just splash my face with water and leave like a proper skincare routine for when I get back, if that makes sense. So I thought we could do it together, and I'll go through all the products that I use. So just a little bit of a backstory on my skin, if you haven't heard me go over this. I've gone over it so many times, but I haven't actually shown my skincare routine in quite a long time, which I thought it was a good opportunity to do that. But I suffer with acne, really bad hormonal flare-ups. I've managed to get it under control. As I mentioned, I think I mentioned in this video a bit earlier on, or my last vlog, my skin's having a little bit of a flare-up at the moment just because my diet's been really off track. But other than that, I feel like I've really gotten on top of my acne compared to a lot of, compared to pictures of like a few months ago. Honestly, you wouldn't recognise my skin. Like, my whole chin was just one big boil. So I've really struggled with my skin. So skincare for me has been something Firstly, that I love skincare. I feel like it's one of those things that I'd really be willing to invest a lot of money in and time researching and stuff like that. But secondly, I've sort of had to because of my skin type. I'm trying to like be on this journey to clear my skin up. So I went to a like aesthetic clinic around this area and they sorted me out with tretinoin, which has been like the #1 thing that has saved my skin. I also get a lot of comments on my TikTok like, have you had fillers, have you had Botox, but it's tretinoin. If you can get prescribed tretinoin, I would 100% recommend it. It has been like the game changer for my skin. The texture, the acne, I just wouldn't be without it now. So that's like a gel. I apply this every night, but it's something that you gradually have to work up to. So you use it like once a week, then twice a week, because it's so strong. You can really destroy your skin with this. So you have to be really, really careful. It's basically like, if you've heard of retinols, it's a form of that. I think it's its own standalone thing, but it's the same sort of process. It like basically sheds all of the dead layers of skin and brings like the fresh, deep layers of skin to the top, if that makes sense. So it just makes your skin cycle a lot quicker. So I use that at the night time, but in the morning, we're going to do the morning skincare routine. The cleanser that I use is this one. This brand, if you suffer with your skin, even if you haven't really got skin concerns, this is like medical grade, science-backed, clinical, effective skincare. It's expensive. I think this face wash cost me about £40, £50, but it does last a long time and it gives you results. Like, I just feel like when you compare this type of skincare to the stuff that you get in Superdrug or Boots, it's just non-compare, like you can't compare the two of them. So yes, this is expensive. You can't compare this to like your Inky List cleansers. I think this is about £8. I am actually testing this out at the moment. That's what I was going to move on to say, because I have run out of this one now. I used the last lot last night. I've like filled it with water just to get the dregs out. But I was sent this one by the Inky List because I actually use the Inky List SPF sunscreen. You can tell by the battered bottle. It's the polyglutamic acid dewy sunscreen. I love that one. I've got it on at the moment. It gives you like a real nice sheen to your skin. But this is their salicylic acid cleanser. I've used it a couple of times. I've been trying to phase it in just to kind of compare it to this one. Even though I've just said you can't compare them, I kind of want to just see what this one's like. So I'm going to start using this one before I buy another bottle of this and just see if I can get away with using a cheaper one. I feel like the things that you leave on your skin, so like your moisturisers, your retinols, your tretinoin, I feel like they should be more expensive, but I feel like you could maybe get away with a cheaper cleanser. Not sure. I'm testing it first before I say that. But if you suffer with acne, I can't recommend this range of products enough. So it's the Obagi. I've actually got a problem with saying this word. It's like something in my head just doesn't compute. I've been told so many times the way that I should say it and I just never remember which it is. But there you go. And it's the Cleansiderm range. So in the range you get this cleanser. I've got this, which again is in my AM routine. So I cleanse with this. You then use this on a cotton wool pad. It's like a salicylic acid that you use to exfoliate your face. I've gone down to using this twice a week, but when I was in the phases of really trying to clear my cystic hormonal acne, I was using it every day or every other day, depending on how your skin can tolerate it. The thing with these products as well, it's all trial and error. You don't know how your skin is going to react to strong products like this until you start incorporating them and trying them out for yourself. So you're just going to have to go through a bit of a trial phase. This moisturiser is one of my favourites. This is actually drugstore as well. I'm contradicting myself here a bit, but this is probably like £9. Ignore the state of the bottle. It's been in my toiletry bag and travelled around with me in America. But it's the moisturising gel cream from Bioma. I feel like I'm getting a bit carried away and like word vomiting here. So the first thing I'll do is wash my hands for my morning routine. I feel like, well, for any time I touch my face and put skincare products on, always wash your hands. Because if you've been touching your phone or you've just been going out about your business, touching things, you then just put the germs straight onto your face, and that can obviously lead to germs and breakouts and stuff. So I'll cleanse with this one. Let's try the new one. But typically, and what I have been using for months, is this. So this is my usual routine, but we're going to try something new this morning. This is still a salicylic acid cleanser, so I guess it's like a little cheaper dupe if you were looking for something to do the same thing but you didn't want to spend the obagi prices. And it's a similar texture. It's like a gel cleanser. It's really lightweight, non-greasy. So I usually cleanse once in the morning, but then I'll double cleanse in the evening. I don't use an oil cleanser. I know some people say to use an oil cleanser and then a gel cleanser for a double cleanse. I just use the same cleanser, so I'll do like 2 times a cleanse with this. And I also like to like properly massage and cleanse your face for like a good minute so that the product can like do its thing and work its magic. I feel like if you're just putting it on straight away and then just washing it off, it doesn't really get the benefits of it. So I just give myself a good cleanse. And then pat my face dry. I feel like this goes without saying. Struggling with acne, you like pick up on little things like this. But I will change this face towel like every day. So I'll use it to dry my face in the morning and then use it to dry my face at night, and then I'll put it in the wash. So we have loads of these little towels just so I can cycle through them and they're not harbouring bacteria or germs or anything like that that's going to like compromise your skin and possibly cause any type of breakout. So another thing with these products, you have to kind of listen to your skin. It's something that I'm like learning to do and not just like following the same routine every day, if that makes sense. Because these products are so strong, they can cause a lot of drying and flaking. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, and this is gross, sorry. But I do get like areas of flakiness and peeling and dryness just because of the exfoliation and the acids and all of that kind of thing that I'm using. So I've been incorporating this, which is Korean skincare, and this is amazing for adding hydration into your skin. It also gives you that like really glass, smooth, like flawless texture to your skin. And I like to just put some on my hands before my moisturiser, smooth it onto my skin. I'm going to put some on now, twice a week in the morning. Sorry if this is really confusing and complicated, but twice a week in the morning after my cleanse that I've just done, I'll put this on a cotton pad, swipe it all over my face. This is incredible, by the way. If I was to recommend one product from this range for acne, it would be this. So it's the Cleansiderm Pore Therapy. Again, this is like £40–50, 100% worth it. As I say, if I was to recommend one product, instead of splurging out on all of them, I would recommend this one to incorporate into your routine. Your skin will never feel cleaner than after you use that product. It's like your skin feels cold. It cleans it that much, like it goes really deep into your pores and just gives it a clean that like you've never experienced before, basically, as I keep repeating myself, but perfect for acne prone skin. So I'd use that, but I'm not going to use that today just because my skin's feeling quite dry and peely, and I'm trying to use that only twice a week so I'm not over exfoliating my skin. So I'm going to use some of this Anua Heart Leaf Soothing Toner. I just put a couple of drops on my hand and wipe it into my skin. This feels so nice. This is so soothing and calming. If you're trying to clear up your acne, you're going to have to use strong, harsh, abrasive, deep working skincare products. So having something like that in your routine that just soothes your skin and calms it down a little bit is really nice. I've actually run out of this as well. So I've got 2 empties here. And I'm just trying to like try out some little new products because it's been a while since I've tried any new products, because I was just determined to stick to one routine. Because another thing with trying to clear up acne, you don't want to try and introduce so many new products. You want to try and stick to a routine to give it like a fair shot at clearing your skin up, if that makes sense. But I'm going to use this, which we used at the beginning of this video when I got sent this. It's the Total Moisture Daily Facial Cream by Medicate. This is another really good brand as well. And yeah, you can use this AM and PM, and this is really good for your skin barrier as well, which is another really good one if you've not damaged your skin barrier, but if you've got like flakiness and dryness from retinol and Tret, because you will purge with products like that. Again, it's a really important thing to have really nourishing, caring products for your skin barrier. So I'm just going to try some of this. This is, I'm going to be totally honest about this one because I've tried it a couple of times since we last spoke. This is a little bit thicker and greasier than I would typically like in a moisturiser. This Bioma gel one is so lightweight. It absorbs so nicely. I don't know how to explain it. It's like water on your skin. You can barely feel it, whereas this Medik8 one is a little bit heavier. It just feels a little bit more greasy in comparison to that Biome one. Don't get me wrong, it's not thick, it's not heavy, it's not really greasy, but just comparing the two side by side, it does feel a little bit greasy because it's more of a cream texture, whereas this is more like a gel. So I think I am going to purchase this one again, because this one as well, perfect for creating that glass skin, that like really dewy, shiny, smooth, plump, juicy, glassy skin really. I love this one for a drugstore one. This, you can't go wrong. It's really simple, really nice, acne safe. But yeah, I do like this Medik8 one as well. This one's just a bit more creamy. Sorry, my memory card ran out of space, so I had to stand and quickly delete some clips. But yeah, after I've moisturised, I'll then put on an SPF if I'm leaving the house. If I'm not leaving the house, I won't bother, which I'm not planning on doing for the rest of the day. But SPF is so important if you want to clear up your acne and you also want to minimise your scarring as well, because it just like being in the sunlight and that will just darken your red marks. So I use an SPF 30. I think it's recommended to use an SPF 50, and I will do when it's sunny. But at the moment I'm just using an SPF 30 and it's wore off because you can see this is well loved. This is my favourite one that I've tried so far. I do want to try and find a mineral one, but I'm yet to do some research and find one of those. So this one is the Inky List Polyglutamic Acid Dewy SPF 30. And this is cheap, you can get this from anywhere. I think you can get it from Boots now, but I'm pretty sure I got that from Look Fantastic. But again, it just makes your skin look so dewy and hydrated and like glass-like. It's really nice, and it feels really lightweight and it's acne safe as well. So that's my morning skincare routine. I hope that wasn't too confusing. I feel like when I get going with skincare, I just like word on it and it all just like splurges out. So if anything is unclear or you've got any questions about acne, skincare products, all of that kind of thing, just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to it. But yeah, if you are struggling with your skin, I know how hard it can be and it's such a minefield. And oh, I don't know what happened to the light there. That's weird. But yeah, let me know in any comments. Obviously I'm not an expert, but I've spent a lot of time researching and finding products that work for me, and obviously no two person's skin are going to be the same, so it's just one of those things that you've got to trial and error for your own face and skin basically. And also go to a professional if you feel like you've tried everything and nothing's working for you. I definitely recommend going to like an aesthetics clinic that specialises in skin, or even like a dermatologist. But the clinic I go to is just like it's a combination really. They do facial treatments like fillers and Botox and stuff, but they also do a lot of skin stuff. Like they do skin peels, that's another thing. Chemical peels will really help your scarring and your breakouts and stuff like that. That's another thing that I was doing consistently to help with my acne. But yeah, I think I'm going to round this video up here because I want to sit and edit it and upload it and get it ready for tonight. But I hope you enjoyed spending these couple of days with me. It's not really a weekly vlog. I think this will equate to like 2 days. But there's been clips where I've literally just sat and splurged. So I feel like this is going to be quite a long one. So thank you as always for being here and for watching. And hopefully I will see you in the next video.